So till now we were hard coding the name and also the author name we were giving from here from this variable. Now, for example, if we have a file, if we have a, for example, CSV file, we have many books there, and we want to run all of them together. So we can import a file directly into this. By doing that, then we don't have to run these requests again and again if we have a lot of books. So here on Excel, we create some books. We have book name and author. And we add three here. We download this as a CSV file. And this is the name of the file that we will now import. So here in the body of add book, instead of the hard-coded name, here we create a new variable. We give the name book name, and we already have a variable name for author. So we go to the library collections and we create a book name variable. And now here in the play request, we have to set whatever data we get from the CSV file to these both of these variables. So we have pm.collection variables dot set, and then the book name and author name, and then we have this iteration data pm.iteration data. You can write this to get the data from CSV file, and dot get, and then the name is the author name, and this is the book name. These are the names of the columns. These are the column names on a CSV file that we get here. So this will import that data from the CSV file, and we use this iteration data, then set this to get this, and then we set that to the new variables for both book name and author name. And we can see that by printing here. So we use both of these variables here. And now to run this, we have to select the file from here and the downloaded CSV file. And since we have three, and since we have three books here, so this will take three iterations. So automatically write the number three here. So for three iterations, this will run all these will run add book, get book, and delete book. In order for all three books, we have these 18 bars in total. So for all of these books, by writing this, so this iteration data will first take the first row, and then second row, and then third row with these two both column names. Now, so we were using random integer to create new ISBN number for every new book that we add. But if that random integer comes again while adding a book, so that will generate an error of book already existing in the database. So to handle that error, to handle that error, uh, we go inside one of these pm.test. For example, if we go here, validating the status code is 20. So here we use this try and catch method to catch and handle the error. So whatever we had here inside of this function, we put that inside try. And if an error occurs, so we put that here in catch error. If it is successfully added, then it's fine. Otherwise, if it catches error, so here we use if we write this JSON data dot message dot includes. If it includes exists, so the messages book already exists. When a book is already existing, that is the message. So we write one of the word to catch the error, and then we create a new function. We will create a new function before, and then we write the name cleanup script. So now what we want is when we get a book already existing, so first we go and delete that book, and after that we will do the iteration again. So we have this function now. First we create this function here. Inside this we use generate book ID. So first we will generate the book ID and store that into a constant. And this object then we will use to set this to the book ID variable. That variable is on environment level. So we use pm.environment.set to set that to the variable. And then we use postman.set next request to go to the delete book. This is the delete book request that we will then execute. When we catch the error here, so when the book already exists, we go to the delete book request by looking at the generated book ID here. So we will delete the book with that particular ID. So because with the message that we get here, we just see book already exists. We don't see the ID. So we use this to get the ID. In this generated book ID, we create another function here. So this is what we copy from here. We already had this logic to get the ID. So this constant expected ID was IL value plus IL value, and we get IL value from request dot IL. And this request goes on inside body row. So we get the IL number from here and ISBN value from the collection variable ISBN that we created. So you can just use this directly also, that we use here request.isbn and request.il. We store that in the expected ID. Then we return that. So here we return the ID of the book that is generated and that already exists. So we get that ID and we go into the delete book to execute that. In delete book, we just have this valid with JSON response code. Inside this, we have this to delete. So now when we run this, now we only again we have to here again we have to select the same file, and here we will just keep the iteration as one. We give the iteration as one because we want the first book to already exist, and in the body we create a new random ISBN and we successfully add that. So after that, this will already exist. So we run just for this to see the result of that. So this add book fails. So this all fails because the book already exists. And after that, this delete book pass. See the validation response code. So this book is then we get the ID and delete. So we automate this process to handle the error if the book is already existing.